the book, so ow, that hurt. Hit my head. What up, nerds? My name is Leslie. Welcome to the Nerdy Narrative, a channel where I like to talk about all sorts of fun bookish related things in the science fiction, fantasy, and horror genres. It is time once again for another weekly reading update where I talk to you about all of the things that I read and all the things I plan to read next week. Seeing as I start every update talking about manga, I think I'm gonna have to update my intro to say bookish related things in the science fiction, fantasy, and manga genres. For those of you that are new, I have been buddy reading the One Piece manga with Una from the Codex Cantina. So last week on the channel, if you missed it, Una and I unveiled a reading plan, a sort of introduction to manga, if you will, for people who like to read in the fantasy, adventure, horror genres. We're going to be exploring the different varieties of manga, and you are all invited to join. I'll put the link to that video up in the cards for you as well as in the description, so check that out if you're interested. Jump in anywhere you like. While we plan to follow a certain reading order, you can read whichever one you like in any order, and we're always up to discuss those with you. So as of today's date, Una and I have read through volume 68 for One Piece. We're going to conclude with volume 70 and then move on into Tokyo Ghoul. So I'm a little sad because it is almost time for me to say goodbye to Luffy and the Straw Hats, and I'm just not sure how I am going to cope with that. Guys, I finally did it. I finished Battleground by Jim Butcher. I have been really upset about this book. I have alternated between crying and just being angry. So I got all up in my feelings about it for a couple of days and just stewed in my own thoughts and emotions. And then I started talking over all of the points of contention and things that I'm upset about with my friends Brian and Steve. They are both big Dresden fans like me. Both of these guys had some different perspectives that sort of helped make things a little bit okay, but there's still one thing that I'm really hacked off about, and I think I'm finally in a place where I'm gonna be able to review this book. I've finally reached the point where I am ready for some book therapy. I'm gonna lay it out there, all my thoughts and feelings about this book, and see what you guys think. I got halfway through Battleground. The things that were happening and the perspectives and thoughts that I had really put me in a reading slump. I went a couple of days where I didn't read anything at all. So I decided to combat that with something I knew that I would love. That would be Edgedancer. I did get the Arcanum Unbounded with all of the collection of short stories, and this one does include Edgedancer. Just like I'd hoped, Brandon Sanderson did not let me down. Edgedancer is a little short story about lift, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. Although it did make me hungry constantly, and I just feel like I haven't gotten over that yet. I just want to eat all the time. Eating makes me happy, so Brandon Sanderson cured my reading slump. Next time I hit one, I know what to do. Sticking to the Brandon Sanderson theme, on Sunday I started Oathbringer, and I did that in a live stream with Victoria from A Musical Bookworm and Christy Lewis from Christy Lewis from her channel that I can't say, but I will link it down below. I'll also put in the cards the live stream where we had a reading sprint to get this started. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I'm about 130 pages in on Oathbringer right now. It doesn't have the same momentum as Words of Radiance did. That's fine. It's still a very enjoyable read to me. It still has had some of those really funny moments that I enjoyed from Words of Radiance. It's so funny because I came into Oathbringer with a few leftover questions from Words of Radiance, and instead of getting any answers, all I've gotten so far are more questions. I love that Sanderson is able to do that for me. It just makes these books so much more enjoyable. I look forward every day to the time where I get to sit down and pick up this book and see what's going on in Roshar. It's absolutely been one of the best experiences so far for 2020, and probably going to be one of the top moments of my reading life. My other current read right now is Devil's Creek by Todd Keisling. This is my patron buddy read for the month of October. I'm loving it. I am getting all of the same vibes that I got when I read Salem's Lot, which, if y'all don't remember, I absolutely loved. It starts off in a way that gets you invested in a sort of event or mystery or intrigue, and then it moves into bringing the town to life, where you feel like you are a part of this town. You feel like you live there, you know all of the people, and then tiny things just start happening. It's a slow build up, but it's suspenseful. You're constantly on edge. You know something's coming. You're not sure when. You're trying to not be caught off guard by it. I'm absolutely loving this book so far. I hope to finish it in the next few days. Be looking for a review very soon. So that's everything that I read last week, or I am still reading. Let's talk about what's on deck next. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got 2 volumes left of One Piece. Then we'll be moving over into the Tokyo Ghoul series, which is a manga that is supposed to be for a more mature audience. It's supposed to be really scary and creepy, so perfect for the month of October and Halloween. I'm really looking forward into getting a taste of a little something different. For any of you who are new to the channel, I'm hosting a giveaway for the month of October. I am giving away the first volume of the Nightmare Land Chronicles, which is Nightfall by Daniel Barnett, and a limited edition Haunted Mansion Disney Funko Pop. To be eligible to win, the first thing you need to do is watch my Spooktober TBR video, which I will put in the cards for you. You need to comment on that video and tell me which of these 6 indie author, small press pub books you're most excited to hear a review on, and then when those reviews go on the channel, you need to comment on each one of those reviews to receive additional entries. The book that I'm currently reading, Devil's Creek, is one of those 6. The next one I'm going to pick up after I finish that book is going to be Scratches by Joshua Marcella. I have heard nothing but good things about Scratches. I'm looking forward to digging into it, seeing what it's about. I literally know nothing of what this book is about, so that just makes it even more interesting in my opinion. And then I will move into Monstre by Duncan. I think this one must be a little scary. Brad Proctor reached out to me yesterday and said he had it on his TBR and that we should buddy read it. So he must have heard something about it that's gonna scare the stuffing out of me, and he wants to witness it firsthand. No, really. If you haven't watched his channel, I will link him in the description box down below. Check him out. He is fantastic. I am 100% in the Halloween zone right now, and I am living it up. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, please consider subscribing to the channel. I also have a Discord, which will be linked in the description box down below if you would like to come find me over there. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.